made him leap into the forefront of certainly the bettors here at Belmont Park, their minds today. Mandar was ironically bred and formerly raced by the Aga Khan, who won the Epsom Derby earlier today with a horse called Sindar. And this is Mandar just making that big move on him and drawing away at the top of the field. You see, he went pretty convincingly. He had missed some training time in Southern California over the winter. This was the first race, really, where trainer Boat really felt pretty confident that he had him back 100%. And he showed it. And Mandar should, again, have that sort of stalking style today. And there is Mandar's jockey, Corey Nakatani, who doesn't have a mount in the Belmont today.
First race for Mandar, 10 furlongs since coming to the U.S., but Mandar, veteran of the European circuit as a 3-year-old. Speaking of veterans, and where is Bob Newmeyer? When you talk about Yagley, you have to talk about Newmeyer, who seems to pick Yagley every time that he does a race here. 9-2, though. Yagley, although he won last year's race here by 2.5 lengths and beat Middlesex Drive by 2 3/4, and is 3-3 at this distance, it hadn't done a whole lot since last July as far as winning.
Well, Billy Mott admits that, Yagley's now a 7-year-old and says he's just not as electric as he was at this time last year. And this could be the make or break race for Yagley. It could be a return maybe to his old form if he hits his best stride again, or it could conceivably be the last race in his career. Mott even admitted as much. If he runs poorly today, the only options would be either to retire him or to drop him in class, and they probably don't want to do the latter.
And then a contender as they head, you see for the turf course, is High Rise, arriving from Dubai with just huge credentials. A 3-year-old star, winner of the Epsom Derby last year, has more than $2 million in earnings. So a lot of hype here from this horse that just shipped over.
And he is owned by Mohammed Obaid Al Maktoum, who is the cousin of Sheikh Mohammed Al Maktoum. You don't hear nearly as much about Obaid as you do Sheikh Mohammed, but he has had some big wins as an owner in his past. High Rise has only won one race since he won the Epsom Derby at odds of 20-1 a couple of years ago, and that was a much cheaper race in Dubai. They sent him over here to the United States, A, for the purse money, and B, to get away from Sheikh Mohammed's Dubai Millennium, who's the best horse right now in America, in Europe.
And there's Spindrift, owned by Rashid Al Maktoum, 18-year-old son of Sheikh Mohammed.
In his last race, Spindrift would not go into the starting gate, and they needed to blindfold him to get him in. He delayed the start for 5 minutes. This time, they said they would not need the blindfold, and they didn't. But the jockey had to jump off, but they didn't need the blindfold. He managed to just walk right in on his own.
So Spindrift and High Rise, the two stablemates. High Rise, we should mention, adding Lasix for the U.S. debut. Training here at Belmont Park right alongside Spindrift and training very competitive times.
Absolutely. There you see Boatman going to the gate there with Edgar Prado. He is 2 for 2 in the United States, trained by Bobby Frankel. What a standout field this is. 5 Grade 1 winners in the field.
As they continue to load, Boatman walking just a little now, heading in. With the scratch of the 4, High Rise the next to go in. We'll throw it very shortly to Tom Durkin for his call of the Manhattan Handicap as Honor Glide loads uneventfully. Yagley is next.
Honor Glide was one of the best turf horses in the country last year, and he's also one that's hit a little slump and trying to regain his best stride here in the Manhattan.
The 8-horse, Just Listen, removing blinkers today. And Spindrift will be the last to load as we head up to Durkin for the race call of the Manhattan Handicap.
And they're off with Honor Glide, and Middlesex Drive comes up on the inside quickly. Middlesex Drive to establish the lead early. And Honor Glide is reined in, conceding the early lead to Middlesex Drive. Down toward the inside, Boatman, he's in a bit tight, wants to come through an opening on the inside. High Rise up close to the easy pace here, then Just Listen on the far outside. Yagley's in behind horses, followed by Mandar. And the early trailer is Spindrift. Spindrift now about 8 or 9 lengths from front running Middlesex Drive, who lets it out to lead now by 3. Honor Glide edging past Boatman for the second position. The first quarter in a comfortable 24 seconds. Middlesex Drive in front and settling nicely on the lead beneath Shane Sellers. The clear leader now by a length and a half. Honor Glide hard held running in second, and then Boatman also under restraint third. Yagley's fairly close to the comfortable pace here. He's 4th and in the clear of the outside. High Rise down toward the rail, followed by Just Listen, and then it's Spindrift and Mandar trails the field. The half in 48 3/5 seconds. The pace is very deliberate here. A tactical advantage to Middlesex Drive, and he's beginning to pick it up now. Middlesex Drive leads by 2 as they race past the half-mile pole. He led through his early fraction, still clear. Honor Glide is second. Yagley on the outside, and he's down third. And then it's Boatman toward the Yagli on the outside as the field turns for home. Middlesex Drive cuts the corner. Yagli full out right at his rope latch now. Honor Glide is right there and behind them. There's room at the inside for Boatman. Here comes Mandar moving late. Yagli's got the lead, and Mandar's got the momentum on the far outside. Spindrift, and at the inside it's Boatman down to the finish now, and Mandar has won it by a length over Boatman and Spindrift third.
So Mandar with Corey Nakatani aboard the late charge. Coming off a big Grade 1 win on Derby Day, now takes the Manhattan Handicap.
Well, you gotta love these turf races, especially when you have a Grade 1 like this where they're so evenly matched and they all hit the wire together. You don't get any more exciting than that. And Mandar proves that his win in the Woodford Reserve at Churchill Downs was just the beginning of what promises to be a very special season for this horse, because that was a nice performance, bursting through. And with all of the action in the stretch, apparently we've got a steward's inquiry here. We'll try to pick up here in the stretch run and see maybe what could have happened. You see Mandar is down along the inside there, looking for a spot to get through. Yagli has made the lead here, and Honor Glide is also right up there. Honor Glide gets stopped right. Ooh,
that's Honor Glide, the number 6 horse, cut off, and that was obviously the nature of this inquiry here. So hold on,
we'll have to wait and see exactly what the stewards deemed to have happened to Honor Glide. We saw what happened, but who might have caused it? As there you see a look at Corey Nakatani and Mandar.
It didn't appear that Mandar would have been the cause of that from the position of the racetrack.
No, but let's ask Corey what he thought about it. Corey, there is a steward's inquiry right now because apparently Honor Glide was forced to check pretty severely. Did you see any of that? What do you make of it? All right, let's see. He's got to get a little closer to the microphone here. Let's try it one more time. Corey Nakatani. This is Randy Moss upstairs. There's a steward's inquiry into the running of the race because Honor Glide apparently had to check in the stretch. What did you see there?
Actually, it looked like Yagli was coming in a little bit. I'm not sure if it affected the outcome or not, but it looked like Jerry's horse shifted in slightly.
All right, well, you've been on back to Mandar. You've been on Mandar twice now. He gave you a heck of a performance at Churchill Downs. And now this one, this is a pretty special horse, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. You know, Boat really just done such a great job with him. He makes my job easy. I just had a fortunate, enough to be able to get on him and in the right race. He's just a special horse.
All right, thanks a lot, Corey. We just saw the head-on, and clearly Mandar was totally away from the incident that happened. So
his victory in the Manhattan Handicap figures to stand up. We'll sort out the inquiry. We'll try to make it official when we come back to Belmont Park after this. Okay, because the winner of the Manhattan Handicap was the co-favorite Mandar. The third race in this $1 million guaranteed pick 6, and they've all been pretty easy to pick so far. A reminder that the U.S. end up on the young trainer, Bo Greeley, walking him in. Corey Nakatani, the winning rider of the Manhattan Handicap. That breaks the 4-win streak that Jerry Bailey had going. Bailey was on Yagli, who may have been involved in the nature of that inquiry.
One of the owners of this horse is also Bill Greeley, who is the father of Bo Greeley. Let's take one more look at it here, like you said, and you'll notice there Honor Glide, who is in right in the middle there of all the predicament. He's in the red silks with the white chaparral. He's running third right now. As you see Yagli on the lead, Yagli starts to drift into the inside a little bit, and boom, that is about as tough as you can get checked and still stay up. But we can tell you that Honor Glide came back okay. He is apparently not injured. They'll take him back to the barn and take a look at him, but at least he got off the track okay.
And there's the happy rider hopping off Mandar. As Randy mentioned, now back-to-back big stakes wins, and a turf horse to be reckoned with. Tonight, who will head back to the jocks room and get set for the Belmont Stakes. We'll return to Belmont Park after this.